Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the DC Universe Classics Green Arrow action figure set. This figure set is part of the All-Star wave that came with the Wave 12 release. I bought this figure set at my local comic shop, Empire's Comics. I'll go ahead and put the link down there. And I bought it on Free Comic Book Day earlier in May of 2010. And they had a 35% off discount on action figures that day, so I went ahead and picked this guy up. The stickers here says $19.99, but I only ended up paying about $13 after the discount. And as I said earlier, this is the part of the All-Star wave, so this is actually a re-release of the original Green Arrow figure. I think it was Wave 9. I don't know if there are any differences between the two versions, if it's been retooled or not. I don't have the original to compare it with, but I wasn't looking for either version. I mean, preferred either version because both versions came with a display stand. The original Green Arrow did not come with a collect and connect. But this version of Green Arrow also comes with the 75th anniversary button, so which I think I have the comic book for this particular button here. I'll have to go digging through my comic box to see if I can locate this particular comic, but this does look familiar. You can see here Green Arrow. He's got all his different arrows here in the packaging there. Looking at the back of the package, here's a biography of Green Arrow and also the statistics if you want to go ahead and pause and read that. And also the other figures from the All-Star wave that comes with Wave 12. You have Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, The Flash, Power Girl, and Nightwing. So let's go ahead and open this guy up and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and Green Arrow has shot his way out of the packaging, and the first thing we'll take a look at is the display base, and it's made of a transparent light blue plastic. It has a DC Universe logo at the bottom, and there's a peg here where you can place the figure's foot on. Only one peg, and a hole on the other end of the base. It's pretty basic, not too fancy or anything like that. And next thing we'll take a look at is the button, the 75th anniversary button, and it's a button of Green Arrow with Green Lantern on it. And I was able to locate the comic. The picture on the button comes from Green Lantern number 90. I believe this issue came out in 1976, and I think it was a return of the Green Lantern comic because of this return of the greatest comic of them all. So I found it pretty neat able to locate this comic. So, next thing we'll take a look at are the arrows that come with Green Arrow. We take a look at this arrow here. It looks like an arrow with some bolas on it, maybe to trip up a foe when Green Arrow shoots this. Next arrow we'll take a look at here is looks like a timer on this particular arrow. Has a digital timer, maybe some for delayed action, maybe to release a knockout gas. I don't know what for sure. Next arrow we'll take a look at. It looks like a basic explosive type arrow. I'm not sure what this kind of arrow does. And then finally we have the boxing glove arrow, which is kind of neat. It's actually kind of neat that they detailed the strings on the glove there. I guess to knock someone off their feet with this particular arrow. Actually, Green Arrow comes with one additional arrow, but it's actually attached to his bow. And we'll take a look at this bow here with the arrow. And it's kind of, I'm not sure why Mattel actually did this, but this arrow, which is same as the I think it's the explosive arrow here, I'm not sure, but this one is actually attached to the bow itself. You can't pull the bowstring back, and I'm not sure why Mattel did this, or to tell you the truth, because it just prevents you from actually using any of the other bows when you pose it, the figure. So maybe it's because they don't want the kiddies to actually start using this bow to start shooting people and knocking other kitties' eyes out, or I don't know why. But I'm gonna shave this, see if I can shave as much as I can off of this, and to be able to have the figure use this bow, because I don't know why they did this. And taking a look at the Green Arrow figure itself, it's actually quite nice. I really like. It's very accurate to Green Arrow from the 70s up to the 80s. You can see here, I guess, the Silver Age or Bronze Age Green Arrow. So it's very accurate to the one here on the cover of Green Lantern here. Pretty nice. But taking a look at the figure in more detail, you can see I really love this head sculpt. It's very, very nice. The only thing I don't like is the hair. It's a little too dark. I wish it was more yellow in color. But still, it's pretty a nice sculpt. I really like it. I even like the feather in his cap here. This feather's made of a softer plastic. The cap doesn't come off though. And I also like the costume, this drawstrings here on his costume here, and also the quiver here. It's got a nice gradient color here, from dark to light, and it's glued to his back. But the strap here that goes over his shoulder is actually a separate piece on here, and it's loose on there. So I think that's a nice addition. The only thing I don't like about the quiver is that the arrows in the quiver are sculpted in. It's part of the sculpt, and there's no area to put these loose arrows into the quiver, so that's kind of unfortunate. So, but it's a very nice design, very reminiscent of the Silver Age Green Arrow, or Bronze Age Green Arrow. I really like it. It's nice. The paint on there is nice and clean. Nothing outstanding. No bleeds, or I don't notice any bleeding anywhere. So it's a very nice figure. One thing I noticed on this figure is the hand articulation, which is different from other DCUC figures. This particular figure's the Green Arrow, the hand actually it has a hinge joint on it, which is very nice, especially for posability, especially with the arrow. And this hand here has got the a nice unique sculpt on there to notch the arrow in his fingers. So I think that's very nice. The only thing I had an issue with is this hand here. I'm not sure if it's just this particular figure, but the thumb and the finger are practically almost joined, and I have a hard time putting the bow into the hand on there, because it's practically closed on there. So I have a hard time attaching the bow to his hand there. But going over the articulation, the head goes all the way around. It goes up and down very little. The arms go all the way around. They go out and in. The bicep goes all the way around on this figure. The elbows bend, and the hands rotate, and like I said earlier, go up and down. The torso goes down and back. The waist goes all the way around. The legs are on the standard DCUC T-hinge joint, so it goes up, down, back, and out to the side. The thighs go all the way around. The knees bend and the feet bend. So overall, I really like this figure. It's a very nice rendition of the older style of Green Arrow. And I recommend picking up this figure wherever you can find it. I've been able to see the Wave 9 figures a lot more. But these you should be able to find them readily. But this is my casual peek into the Green Arrow action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.